Hello folks, Rabbi Cukierkorn here. This is a commentary about this week's Torah portion, which is Yitro. And Yitro was Moses' father-in-law. And he gives him some advice, some important advice that will really shape the Jewish people. It is interesting because he's making a commentary about the situation. And I would like to compare and perhaps contrast the advice of Yitro, the words of Yitro, with the words of Balaam. Balaam is a guy who appears much later in the book of Numbers, and he was a pagan priest who was hired by someone, a fellow by the name of Balak, to curse the Israelites. And rather than curse them, he blesses them. He blesses them with famous words, Ma tovu ohalecha Yaakov, mishkenotecha Israel, words that we sing as part of our liturgy sometimes, Ma tovu ohalecha, etc. And yet we consider Balaam's words to be bad, we consider him to be bad, and yet we consider Yitro to be good. Why? Well, let's look at what Yitro said. Yitro said, so the Torah says, Moses' father-in-law Yitro arrived at the Israelite encampment, and he'll see what's going on, and Moses spending all day adjudicating, interpreting the law, explaining the law to people, from morning until evening. So then Yitro tells his son-in-law Moses, what you are doing is not good. You surely wear yourself away and this nation with you. This job is too big for you. You cannot do this alone. Now listen to my voice, and I'll give you some advice, and may God be with you. You should be for the people before God and bring the matters before God. And you should instruct them on the statutes and the laws so they will know the way. And they'll go and each person would do their work. Then you should arrange for people who are able, God-fearing, truthful, and honest. And you should place them as officers over thousands, then officers over hundreds, and officers over 50s, and officers over 10s, which means creating like a bureaucracy. Let them judge the people at all times. In every great matter they should bring to you, but every small matter they should judge themselves and not burden you. If you shall do this idea as God commands you, then you will be able to endure, and also these people will come to enjoy its place on earth. So, that's Yitro's advice. And what's the difference? On one hand, Yitro's words are a little harsh. But sometimes, most of the time, our friends are not those who just tell us what we want to hear. Oh, how wonderful are your houses, Jacob, your tents, Israel. A guy who only tells you that you are doing good and is not criticizing what you're doing wrong is not really leading you to grow. Perhaps, and this is one great lesson. Another lesson you should learn from Yitro is that you should only offer advice to someone you have a close relationship with, so they know you and they'll trust you, and they'll know that you speak on their best interests. Concerning Yitro's advice also, we can learn from the Torah that you need to delineate the problem clearly without exaggeration. You know, you're going to wear yourself off and this nation, and then offer suggestions. And finally, offer solutions that are practical, not a pie in the sky. That's my word for today. I hope you join us for Torah study at 5 o'clock, services at 6, and shalom. Bye-bye.